Barbershop conversation, man. My my iPad is my laptop is dead, so I'm doing all these videos like this. But I had a chance to listen to Timothy Bradley tonight, and I'm gonna say this: Timothy Bradley and I go like this, up and down. I don't go to fights much anymore because my son and my daughter need me on the weekends now. So between dance and basketball, and uh, it's important that I'm home on the weekends, and not to mention Dre, right? And but Timothy Bradley is, in my opinion, great for boxing. And you're gonna have, like me, like Timothy Bradley, you're gonna have a love-hate relationship with Timothy Bradley for as long as he's in boxing. And that's what truth sayers are. And that's who I am. That's who I've been since I've been in boxing. And Timothy Bradley doesn't know this, but I've been covering Timothy Bradley. I was on the newspaper side. I've been covering Timothy Bradley since he's been fighting at these small casinos. And Bob Arum and my editor at the time, Ken Miller, God bless him. I love Ken Miller to death. Have a great relationship. And Timothy Bradley doesn't know me. I was like his runner boy, and I would get the quotes and stuff. I would get on the bus and go to Indio and cover Timothy Bradley for years. And Timothy Bradley is a Hall of Famer, y'all. And I want to give him his credit. He rightfully deserves it. He hasn't been my favorite person all the time, but tonight in this interview, I really, really enjoyed it. I disagreed with him and his father, regardless if he was giving him good or bad advice. The emotional stability is not there. And when you lack emotional and spiritual and foundational support, the house will eventually fall. And I enjoyed that Timothy Bradley interview. I love how he responded to Tank Davis. I'm glad he's in the Hall of Fame, because you guys look at his resume and be like, oh, he fought a bunch of gatekeepers. Well, Timothy Bradley made them gatekeepers. It's just the reality of this thing, man. You know, he was a road warrior. He only lost to one man. I believe he retired on the loss to Manny Pacquiao. And I don't know if I'll ever see Timothy Bradley again, because I really don't have a desire to go to fights anymore. I don't have the stomach for traveling anymore. Don't want to get on a plane maybe once or twice a year to go to New York to visit my grandfather and visit family in Virginia, and go to Malcolm X's grave once a year, and take my kids out the country once a year. And I'm dreading those trips. You know what I mean? I don't have the stomach to get on a plane and sit in the airport anymore. Timothy Bradley was a road warrior. That's what I was leading to. Was it Detroit, overseas, Vegas, small casino, but those were local fights. But I respect Timothy Bradley. And if I can give Timothy Bradley any words of encouragement to keep doing what he's doing, like, I'm going to hate him. Like, no, don't get me wrong. Don't say, oh, Fred, you say this. No, next month, I'm going to hate Timothy Bradley because his truth is going to disagree with mine. Not hate, but I'm going to vehemently disagree with him. We need that. And tonight, I thought he was honest, you know, and I wish him well. He got to make 147. I don't know if you can do that, Tim. You know what I mean? But get in shape, man. Get in shape for your 5 kids. You got 5 belts. I was there when you won your 5th belt at 47. And Get in shape for your kids, man, and so you can go in the backyard and play. So your wife ain't doing all that hard work, and because you got to travel a lot. So Monday through Wednesday, you gotta relieve her. And the reason why I say that, because that's my life. When I was doing boxing, I would come in Sunday and go hard and catch a red eye Wednesday. And, we had different jobs and responsibilities, but it's pretty much the same. But yeah, man, I have a lot of respect for Timothy Bradley, man. And I know, like I said, I'm not gonna like him 2 months from now. I'm gonna make another video, be like, fuck Timothy Bradley, he's full of this. But he beat Kendall Holt, man. I was there, I believe. I done been to so many fights. He beat Marquez, I believe, after he knocked out Manny Pacquiao. I was there. I was there. Was that at Thomas and Mack, if I'm not mistaken? I don't know. I'm just drawing a blank. I'm going off quick memory. Had a hell of a run, man. And Timothy Bradley was one of the first big-time fighters that I ever covered. He don't remember me. But he only remembers me because I started a YouTube channel. And YouTube gives you a face. But I want the boxing world that trusts me. And Timothy Bradley was a hell of a fighter, man. He was a hell of a fighter, man. I don't know how he won all those fights, man, in the pocket with no power. In the amateurs, he was a monster. But I don't know how he did it in the pros, man. I don't know how he did it, but he did. And Timothy Bradley should go down to the amateur ranks if he has time. He got 5 kids and a family, and I believe he got 2 homes, one in India, one in San Diego. I don't know it to be true, but I reached out to him during COVID, and, that's how I got that information. I don't know, but I would love to interview Timothy Bradley coming into his Hall of Fame. So if this gets to Timothy Bradley, man, I would actually drive to San Diego to interview him, because I think we have similarities. We're never going to agree. We're rarely going to agree. But I love that how that interview went today was Hall of Fame worthy, man, because so many media members hide behind the truth. And here's the most beautiful thing about it. Andre Ward is playing catch up. Andre Ward doesn't use pronouns anymore. Andre Ward was a they, him, her, you'll see type of interviewer. I interviewed Andre Ward for 10, 15 years. Yeah. Because we had to go there because he would never fight in a casino because he believed in God. So he had to fight in these obscure places, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I believe that's what my editor told me. But yeah, man, he didn't take the shot. I respect him for holding his guns, and now he's back. But Timothy Bradley's honesty and courageousness is allowing Andre Ward to be who he ultimately wanted to be. Andre Ward hid behind a public perception and God, which is the right thing to do when you're a world champion. Because you're representing everybody. You're not just representing Black people, you're representing the world. And this rain is coming down. But it's great, man. So I said all that to say, again, congratulations. I did a video earlier, but I think this one will be a little bit more potent. Congratulations. I don't even think it would be an interview with Timothy. I don't want to do it online because I know Timothy Bradley has questions and comments for me and how I think. So I think it would be a conversation that needs to be had. And I think Timothy Bradley and I can be the poster childs for current media. We're both wealthy. We both have our families. We both don't need boxing at this point for different, obviously, I'm not saying I'm as valuable as Timothy Bradley. I'm never going to the Hall of Fame or anything like that. But I think that in 2022, with so many different media outlets and the media not being controlled by the promotional companies, I think it's important that the conversation Timothy Bradley and have, whenever we have it, I think will be important. And I have his number. But yeah, I think it'll be great. So if you know Timothy Bradley, hit him up. I think it'll be good in this year, next year. He and I sit down and just powwow and just have a good conversation, because I know he's disagreed with me a lot, and I know I've taken shots at him, especially for ducking Earl Spence with the IBF mandatory, right? Was it IBF or something like that? Yeah, IBF mandatory, yeah, in 2017, 16, 15, something like that. I think he retired or something like that. But yeah, man, he still has a milk dud head. He still shouldn't have ate that sandwich during COVID. He still shouldn't have rolled against, was it Manny Pacquiao? Still shouldn't have rolled against Manny Pacquiao in the ring. I thought that was weird. I don't know what value Teddy Atlas had for him. I don't know where him and Joel Diaz is at in their relationship, but hopefully they can patch it up, and hopefully he can come to his Hall of Fame ceremony. That's it, man. So congratulations to Timothy Bradley. I love the impact that you're having on Andre Ward. He doesn't see it, he doesn't know it, but I see it, because I think you guys are the best tandem in terms of covering the fights, like in terms of, what do you call it? The talent. I think you two are the best together. I think Mark Krieger was in love with himself. He's too like I don't know, he's too straight up and down, man. You know what I mean? And congratulations. Your 2023 Hall of Fame, and most beautiful thing is they gave it to you while you were alive, and your kids get to see it, and they get to be proud. And it's a beautiful thing, man, because once you become a professional fighter, the goal is to make lots of money, lots of belts, and get into the Hall of Fame, and you actually did it. Congratulations. I didn't believe that those East Coast writers would vote for you. I didn't, man. I didn't, because your first 22, 23 fights was in, you know what I mean, like here, so up and down these freeways. Alicante, and I don't know the name of these casinos, but it is what it is. So congratulations, Timothy Bradley. This video is longer than I thought it would be, because I've known I haven't known Timothy Bradley, but I've known of him for quite a long time. And he made all those guys, before they were gatekeepers. He beat Kendall Holt, y'all. He put Kendall, but before I close, who is Kendall Holt today? It's not even a Kendall Holt in boxing today. He was that rare. Y'all know all the other names he beat. I'm not going to go on it, but he beat Kendall Holt, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe I was at that fight. So, Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Congratulations, Timothy Bradley and the Bradley family. And you're having a great impact on boxing. And you're having a great impact on your partner, Andre Ward. I love the fact that Andre Ward is not using pronouns anymore. Thank God. Now we get to see who Andre Ward really is. I'm not taking shots at it. I'm really happy that Andre Ward is just saying, fuck it. I'm just, I'm not a world champion no more. I'm just representing my last name now. My last name is secure. We're wealthy. I'm married. He has 5 kids. I still believe in God. I'm happy. None of these niggas can really whoop my ass in real life, so I'm going to just say what I want to say. Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you soon. Congratulations, Timothy Bradley. Go.